Okay, guys, so, or okay, folks, people, because you're not all guys, so just be sensitive to that, I apologize. I've passed out this little sheet right here. Let me make sure that the camera can sort of see it. Can't tell. Can someone walk over there real quick and see how clearly the camera sees that? Is it clear? Good. All right, so this is the overall site area. So we'll call this the context site plan, okay, or the nearby context site plan. And you'll notice that on it there are 4 little rectangles with the compass inside of each one of them. You guys see that? Hold it up to the camera once again so that it can hopefully see that. That set of sites corresponds, I'm going to turn the camera now and bring it over here closer. Probably make people dizzy when they're looking at this now. Let me make sure that it can see in there. I may have to crank it up. Something's catching. I sure wish we had some professional quality assistance with these things, but alas, I don't think we'll ever get that. Okay, so let's see what that sees now. Okay, should be looking down into the hole there. You guys will probably all have to stand up and sort of look into the hole. Just kick the microphone out to nowhere. So can you guys all see down inside that hole? Now, for some reason, there's 2 of the little sheets that are supposed to be in there missing, so I'll have to find those and dig those out and put them there. But this, what I want you guys to understand is that this overall plan, and let me tilt this forward a little bit more so that hopefully it's catching everything. All right, this overall plan that you had in paper represents that. And what I've done is I've built this sort of diorama around it so that you get an idea of what is around your site. Okay? Now, one of the things that I want you guys to be aware of is that where things are relative to a particular site is different for each individual site, right? So, like, for example, if you look at the site that is sort of, let me see if I can point to it somehow. There we go. If you look at this site right in here, right, the angle to the water tower is almost straight north from it, right? It's a little tiny bit west of north, because north in this model, north is going that direction. But if you look at that the other site over here, you notice that the water tower is kind of to the west of the site. You guys notice that? So it becomes really important to be able to understand a compass and the direction that bearing lines to things are from your site. The reason that I'm going through this more elaborate exercise of getting you guys to become aware is because when I invented this project about 1.5 years ago, 2 years ago, I didn't have this diorama, and the students just kept saying, oh, well, the vineyards are down below, so everybody's site was the same. Everybody's design was the same because, hey, they all thought that the vineyards were down below and that the ugly thing was way up north. And so this person assumed that the water tower was north of their site, right, as did that person. But the reality is it's not, right? For this person, that water tower is in that direction. For that one, the water tower is over that way. And so part of what you guys are going to be asked to do is you're going to be asked to do an analysis based on where things actually are in relationship to the center of your site. And that is why there is a compass in the middle of each of the sites that are laid out. Okay? Is there any questions about that? Okay, so we're going to continue with our introduction to this idea of topography. So in the last project, we pulled up the site. You guys didn't have to build that one. But we mentioned that this looks like kind of like a layer cake, right, or a rice paddy. And that hills really don't look like rice paddies except in some areas of Asia where they do grow rice in configurations that look like this. For the most part, hills though are smooth, organic, or they're sort of shapes that are eroded and they don't have like these little perfect steps in them, right? And so what you got to understand is that the way to make this site look more real would be to take like clay and sort of smooth out the area between all of the contours. Okay? Does that make sense? All right, so I'm going to bring this back this way. Let me see what it sees. I don't want to trip on that again. So, yeah, it sees the microphone and my phone. So one of the things that you guys need to understand when looking at one of these drawings is which way is higher and which way is lower, right? Because all of these lines represent a height above sea level. We talked about that in the last project, correct? So take a look at it and try to make your mind up about, you know, which way is up on each site. So for example, let's take a look at the site right here on the corner, right? One of the problems that I continually have with students is that they don't know whether something is going up or down, okay? And so what you need to kind of extrapolate from this is when a contour is up or down from a current location. So in order to do that, part of what you guys are going to do is you're going to rely on these elevations that are given. Okay? And then you're also going to rely on this model that's here for you so that you guys can see when something goes up and down. One of the biggest problems that I have with this project is there is a site, and again, somebody took off the little marker, but there's a site right there. You can see it sort of outlined. And I can't tell you how many students, instead of building a valley right there, built a hill. Okay? So instead of it going down, they built it going up. And so it's really important for you guys to correlate the drawings that I'm going to give you with this site so that you know whether it's going up or down. Does that make sense? Is there is there any confusion for people on that maybe? It could be, I know it's obviously very confusing to some people because I've had a lot of students build that site incorrectly. So why don't you guys ask me some questions? Go ahead. You're smiling? No? No question? Seriously? Are you guys is this like that clear? Gabby? Yes, go ahead.
For this site right here.
That's this one right there. Try to match what you're seeing on this paper and align the paper to what you're seeing over here. Okay, first of all, let me ask you a question. Do you see a little hill that's separated from the rest of it? Maybe here? See that? Okay. So that might help you to orient that to this. Okay? So go ahead, ask your question about this site.
Actually, I think you answered it because I was asking. I was going to ask with this curve right here. I don't see it on the.
It's underneath this.
Okay.
See it down there?
Yeah.
So you see this point right here? You should be able to find that one on that plan. So that, hey, this is kind of like one of those puzzles, right? Where's Waldo? So look for that shape right there on your plan. I can see mine. You guys see it?
I think so.
Okay, let me ask another question. Look for this shape here with this other bulge down below it, these two. Now do you see it? All right, I'll tell you what. Why don't you reach over and pull the pin out and pull that paper out. Can you do that? There you go. I'll move that over here. All right, now, can you guys correlate the two?
Yeah.
You can. Okay, first, let me ask you a different question. if I was to place this thing this direction, what would you guys tell me in relationship to the model? Could you guys tell me anything? Am I doing anything wrong here?
North should be.
Okay, but maybe just this rectangle is going this way and that one's going that way? Would you guys agree?
Yeah.
Okay, so this really should be either this way or this way, correct? This is simple critical thinking kind of analysis of a problem. If you're trying to orient something, first of all, this is a rectangle and this is a rectangle. They don't match. So it's either got to go this way or it's got to go this way, correct? Now, if that's the case, now start to see if it matches in the position that I'm holding it. Does that look right?
Yeah.
Do you guys see kind of a flat valley area and a hill? No, it's all hilly right there, right? All right, so then maybe it turns around. Let's turn it this way and put it there. Now let's look at it. Okay, so do you guys see kind of a flat area here that has this weird kind of shape there? Is that this? Yeah, you see a little hill right here? That's that. That little pointed thing that's going up is that valley back there. Okay? So you guys need to visually analyze something and think graphically. And you guys are going to be asked to take pictures of this thing so that you guys kind of know whether your site is going up or down. Any questions about that? All right, how about other questions regarding how to approach this? No? Okay, I'll stop this video. Oops.